Hey guys, it's Will again, and I'm back doing another round of Prosperity Village development videos. Quick show of hands, how many of you know where Eastfield Village is? Raise your hand. Okay, if you use your Google Maps to Google it, that doesn't count. But I do want to expose you guys to Eastfield Village and show you that it is one of the most unknown and underappreciated areas in our community, but it's also a model for the type of future and development that we want to have in the area. So I'm hoping that you'll join me in this video and take a good look and learn about Eastfield Village. Let's go. So Eastfield Village, very nice walk, nice trees, but when you look at kind of the area, it looks like it's very similar to any other retail shopping center. Tons of parking, handful of trees, and a few sidewalks. But this area also offers the most potential because there's a kind of a hidden section to it if you don't really know about this area. You may have come to this Bank of America or to Pep Boys and not really paid attention to the work condos and the water features, but I'll introduce you to that right now. So let's go take a look at a few things that we've got at Eastfield Village. So here we are at the, it's a nice little lake that is right here, kind of when you come in to the right, if you're coming in off of Prosperity Church heading toward Huntersville. And you can see this is a very nice water feature with a fountain, a nice little gazebo here at the end of this pier. And as you can see right across from me is another gazebo, but a townhome community that backs up to this wonderful lake. A little bit brown today because of all the rain and the sedimentation, but you can see how it integrates into the surrounding area. Nice little bridge that takes you over to the set of live work condos that we'll be walking to. And you can see here, just a very nice space, very relaxing, great place to come and hang out, and probably a place that a lot of people didn't know existed. So here's one of my favorite parts of Eastfield Village, and it's this concept called live work condos or apartments. And what those are is just that at the first floor you've got nice walk-up retail, as you can see as we walk through here, but on the floors above, in this case you got 2 floors above, that those are actually apartments, places where shop owners live, people can work, and so gives rise to the phrase live work. Nice kind of walkable wide main street type of facility. This development was actually built kind of in the late 90s, early 2000s, very visionary for the time. Unfortunately, the location hasn't helped it out a lot. It has struggled to retain businesses, but you can see parking in the back. You can see the main street here as you come in, but it has a world of potential and a very good development for the area. This is the kind of development that you'd like to see more of in Charlotte, instead of that where you've got a lot of parking and street lights. You've got something here that's a little bit more Main Street oriented, something that gets you out of your car a little bit, that gets you to interact and see things in a little bit different light. So walking around here is the former 201 Central. So at this point, that building is still vacant and they're looking for tenants, roughly 45,000 square feet of space to fill. So, I mean, it's blown a very big hole in the retail sector of this area. Not a whole lot going on, and a lot of businesses have struggled to stay in that shopping center. And now with the anchor tenant gone, you're really gonna have some struggles. So here's one of my favorite parts of Eastfield Village. Very wonderful space, very walkable, very nice, very Main Street, again with the live work condos situated around a nice tree-lined street, a little bit of on-street parking, little place here, a lot of small businesses that people don't think of and wouldn't go to. Who knew that there was a party store right here in Prosperity Village? But there it is. Go party. Visit Janice. She's very nice. Looking around at some of the other businesses, a lot of these are hair care studios, but they offer a world of potential for small businesses because of the rent and the ability, again, to live above your shop like people did for many years until the recent wave of urbanization starting in the 60s till now. Here's one of our little free library projects that the Prosperity Village Area Association did a couple years ago, still in circulation, so very nice. And then coming down to here is the end, is a traffic circle, which leads you from a very retail-oriented space into a very residential type space, going back into the Arbor Creek neighborhood. These are single family homes which are located directly across the street from a nice retail shop. So a very nice walk, very short, very beautiful area, one of the very hidden gems of our area. And so I hope you guys, by seeing this video, will come down and embrace it. One of the other places that we're looking at right now, so just continuing our walk, we've just come out through the bottom half of Eastfield Village with all the live work condos, and now we've turned the corner here and we're heading up toward the Arbor Creek area. Bunch of really nice townhomes and single family homes that really have worked together very well. So excited about showing you some of those. So you can see here, very nice tree lined streets, right next to on-street parking, have nice little bit of character, a bit of feel to it. And you can see people's front doors just kind of here, wipe your paws as you come right on out. Obviously a dog owner, but as you come right on out into the street, gives you that activation. You're right next to your neighbors. Even though you're driving, you still have to come out of your door and you see your neighbors every day. And it's right across the street here on Rocky Ford Club Road from another set of townhouses, which again turn into single family housing further down. So you can see the mix of housing types, single family homes, townhomes, live workspace, really kind of give your area some creativity. A little bit different from what we're seeing with just apartments and retail shopping centers with vast amounts of parking. So giving this area a little bit of character. As you can see, very quiet, very nice walk as I kind of walk through this area. And you can see here back alley parking, which allows you to kind of come in, park in the back of your home if you're a townhome, and then give you an opportunity to kind of walk your street. So very nice neighborhood, very good representation of what kind of development that we at the PVAA are pushing for, and the type of development that we think works well with everybody, all ages, all income types. So you can see here more of that. And then as we turn the corner again, you know, we are at the Primrose School, which is right here across the street from the old 201 Central. So you can see nice way to diversify the mix of uses. You got residential right next to educational, which is right next to commercial. In this area works really well together. The only issue is that, you know, when you get to the end of kind of this nice walk, that you're back into this sea of parking and asphalt that's not very appealing. I think that we've gotten trained to say, hey, we've got to drive and we've got to park. But when you're driving and parking, you're not really interacting because you're going from one place to another. And so all the other places in between that you might discover by walking, the curiosity factor, the pop-in factor, all of that's lost. And so that's why we're pushing so hard to have a walkable area, a creative area, somewhere where you can go and hang out and walk your dog and hang out with your family, have a nice bite to eat, and really just make this place more vibrant, more attractive, more livable. And so that's why we're doing these videos, just to kind of show you the area so you can understand what's going on and understand the plans that have been put in place, because ultimately they were decided by you, the viewer who watching this video. Thanks again for watching. And so just kind of making the loop here, and you can see here's the HR block and the Marco's Pizza. A couple of new businesses have opened up in the shopping center, which is wonderful. We're always looking to keep small business when we can find it in the area. So we're hoping that you will visit those areas. But as you can see, my nice quiet walk on a shaded street, very human scale, has now turned into, I'm in the middle of a parking lot, just kind of walking down the driveway with no clear delineation between cars and pedestrians. And so, you know, it makes it a little bit difficult, sometimes disorienting, especially in the summer or when it's raining or when it's hot, to have kind of this sea of asphalt without much of a break in between. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, just kind of showing you what is Eastfield Village. Looking forward to doing more videos with you soon. So take care and enjoy. Thanks.